Hi, I'm Esmeralda, but most people call me Ralda. And the first thing you should know about me, I'm a total brainiac. I love reading, solving problems, and challenging my mind. But for some reason, that makes me the class weirdo. Like, there was this one time in class when I was 15. My math teacher put this crazy equation on the board. Everyone looked at it like it was written in an alien language. But me? I yawned. Literally. All right, class, solve this, and you'll get an extra 30 marks for your next exam. I'll give you 1 hour. I'll need about 1 second. Very funny, Esmeralda. But math takes time, and done. The answer is 3,642. She's right. At that confirmation, my class was in chaos. She's a witch! And this is why no one invites her to parties. Sorry for having a brain, everyone. Sure, they hated me for being too smart, but when it came to competitions, maths, science, even arts, they needed me. With my bestie Annie by my side, we always won. Annie and I were two peas in a pod. Our brilliance made us really popular at school, but it also intimidated people. Guys avoided us like the plague, much to my mom's dismay. Quick introduction about my mom. She's like a teenager in an adult body. She always encouraged me to be more like my big sister, Eva, who was prettier and popular among the boys, but nowhere near as smart as me. I was actually in the same class with her because I skipped 2 grades. Go figure. There you are, skipping the picnic again? How will you ever get a boyfriend if you're always cooped in here? The Smiths have a cute son you will like. Mom, you've set me up with like 20 guys this month. Mom was set on matchmaking me with her friend's sons, hoping for a teenage romance. And Eva supported her because she was the typical big evil sister who loved to see me uncomfortable. The boys were always too dim for me, but Mom never gave up. So I played along like a good daughter. Sweetheart, meet Keith. He loves reading just like you. Oh, what do you read? Manga? You? Manga? Was this guy for real? Science books. Oh, I know some science facts. Did you know the sun is a planet? Science facts? More like science fiction. Actually, the sun is a G-type main sequence star composed primarily of hydrogen and helium, and it generates energy through nuclear fusion. Everyone was gaping, and my mom looked like she wanted to kick me. I'll go meet up with the others. See you around. I knew I was in deep soup with Mom, but no way was I dating a human potato just to please her. The second we got home, she pounced, but I was ready. What was that? Keep showing off and you'll end up 60 years old, still single with cats for babies. So what? I should dumb myself down to get a boyfriend? Yes, please. Not happening. There's gotta be someone who likes me as I am. Maybe some ugly nerd like you. Better an ugly nerd than a hot idiot like all your boyfriends. I tried to shut out their words, but really it bothered me. Was there a guy out there who saw my brains as an asset, not a problem? I decided to stop caring, but then he appeared. It was our final year of high school. Annie and I were busy solving equations for fun, when a horde of girls rushed past us like they just saw a celebrity. Where is he? Another girl flashed us a blurry phone pic of a tall guy with black hair. Whoever he was, I knew the type. Pretty face, zero brain. I was still trying to process what kind of mass hysteria I had just witnessed when a guy that fit the blurry image we just saw jumped out of the closet. Are they gone? I've never seen a guy that handsome in my life, and judging by Annie's face, neither had she.
Oh no, not another one. Look, before you faint or scream, just know I'm not signing autographs today. So shoot, go away.
And just like that, all perfection turned to ash. Excuse me? Who on earth do you think you are?
Your superstar.
Did he say my? My superstar? The guts of this guy. More like a super closet goblin, or a super vain guy who spends hours gelling his hair in front of a mirror. That hit his ego a little. We left him there, baffled. But when we got to class, I realized that Annie seemed a bit out of it. Earth to Annie. Oh my gosh, do you even realize who we just saw back there? A runaway janitor with an ego problem? Are you serious? That was Liam Cross, as in the Liam Cross. Award-winning singer, actor, model? It turns out my new arch-nemesis was a world-famous superstar, and I was the only one who didn't know him. Great. I'm his biggest fan! I have all his photos on my phone! He'll never notice girls like us, but a girl can only dream, right? Right. I had never seen this fangirl side of Annie, and thanks to me, she might never get that autograph. While she dreamed of Liam noticing her, I prayed to never see him again, but fate had other plans. Everyone, welcome Liam. Liam, pick a seat, please. Anywhere of your choice as our special student. I prayed he'd sit far away, but then...
There.
Way to answer prayers, Sky Lord!
Hope you don't mind, closet goblin.
I opened my mouth to retort but froze when I noticed Eva was watching me, her eyes burning with hate. But she didn't keep me guessing about what her deal was. I don't know what witchcraft you pulled, nerd, but stay away from Liam. He's mine. Hello to you, too. I'm serious. Whatever you did, undo it. He's mine. Mine! Was my sister for real? Fine. Abracadabra. The rock star janitor is free from my spell. All yours. I didn't want any trouble with Eva, so I made a mental note to avoid Liam as much as possible. And was successful for some time, until the universe pulled a number on me. Our final exams were in a week, but instead of studying, Eva and Mom had the brilliant idea of throwing a neighborhood party. I couldn't concentrate there, so I went to the school's library to read instead. Suddenly, the lights flickered out, and I realized I wasn't alone. A sudden thud echoes from a dark corner of the room. Ah! Who's there? Either the library was haunted or someone else was here, but I wasn't going down without a fight. I have a weapon, and I will use it! Just as I was ready to strike, the lights flickered back on, revealing... Ah! Liam!
Were you about to beat me with that?
Depends. Are you the Candyman?
No, I was here to study. It's the only place I get some peace.
You study?
Wow, just because I'm famous doesn't mean I'm dumb, you know.
Oh, really? What exactly are you studying? Better not be some comic book.
Advanced calculus. Deriving the rate of change for a 3-variable function. You?
I fought hard to hide how impressed I was. Quantum mechanics. Light can't pick between being a particle or a wave, so yeah, kinda busy.
Guess that makes 2 of us. What do you say? Let's study together.
For the first time in my short life, I genuinely enjoyed a guy's company. I had judged him as another arrogant celebrity, but I was so wrong. He even had his driver drop me off at home. Thanks for the ride.
Anytime. Hey, there's this arcade I sneak into. Want to come this weekend?
I was nodding my head before he finished. Yes! Sure, I'll destroy you.
It's a challenge. See you Sunday, Ralda.
I forced back the shiver on how he called my name and bounced into my house, only to find Mom and Ava had been eavesdropping on us all along. Real mature, guys. You and Liam? How? Why? What is happening? Relax. We just got stuck in the library during the storm. He was studying. Liam? Studying? With you? That's impossible. He's too what? Too good looking to have a brain? Mom, tell Ralda to back off. Liam's mine. They're even planning a date. Ralda, maybe you should rethink this. Of course, Mom always took sides with Eva. Rethink what? We're just friends. Hanging out doesn't mean we're dating, and even if we were, what? He's too good for me? Sweetheart, I just think Eva and Liam make more sense together. They both have that effortless charm. And I don't? You're just, different. That word. Different. It had never felt like a compliment. Go ahead, Mom. Call me a weirdo like everyone else. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm truly your daughter. I was done letting Mom push me around. Ralda! So, against their wishes, I went to the arcade to meet Liam. He had paid the arcade off, so it was just 2 of us.
Because if anyone recognizes me, I'll be mobbed.
One of the perks of being famous, I presume.
Come on. Ready to get beat?
The time at the arcade was the best I had had in a while. I won some, he won some. The day went by so fast, and before I knew it, Liam was walking me to my door, but I wasn't ready to say goodbye yet.
I had fun today.
Me too. And then, somehow, we were wrapped in a hug. I felt warm, steady, safe. The sudden burst of camera clicks made us tear away. Oh my, you two are perfect together. Hold still, just one more. Oh, young love. Mom, what are you doing? Ralda and her boyfriend sitting on a tree. K-I-S. Mom, we're not Liam, right? I just want you to know you have my blessings.
Thanks, ma'am. I'll remember that.
How did Mom go from warning me about Liam to encouraging us? Then I got it. This was her silent apology for last night. I happily linked arms with Mom and we made up. Just as we happily walked inside, we saw Eva standing there, watching us. Mom, you're taking their side? Sweetheart, I thought you wanted Liam for me. You would have to look elsewhere, Eva. I don't want you two fighting over a boy. Your sisters first. For once, Mom stood up for me over Eva, but it wasn't my happy ending yet. In the whirlwind of my new Mom-approved friendship with Liam, another friendship was slipping away. Hey, Ralda, my brother's throwing a party this weekend. You have to come. Annie, I already have plans. It's Liam again, isn't it? Gosh, she made it sound like I was cheating on her. I told Liam we'd check out the new park. Look, he's just playing with you. Guys like him don't roll with nerds like us. You better wake up. That's not true. He really likes me. Annie, I'll make it up to you, I promise. Movie night today? Whatever. I promised myself I'd call her later when she'd hopefully cooled off. But I totally forgot when Mom took us out for dinner to celebrate her promotion, to finally moving up in the world. Everything was going well, except for Eva's apparent ongoing grudge for me. I wouldn't put it past her to poison me. The moment the thought left my mind, my face started itching and my throat began to tighten. Mom, something's wrong. Rhoda! I would have blamed Eva for what was happening, but I knew better. I had experienced this before. It's our seafood allergy! The last thing I remembered was Mom calling an ambulance and Eva recording a video to show the doctor. And then, darkness. As scary as the reaction was, recovery was a breeze. I was discharged the same day. Annie visited after I told her, but I kept it from Liam. I didn't want him to see me like this. Wow, I mean, I know you told me it was bad, but seeing it? Geez, Ralda, that's next level allergy. Thanks for the words of comfort. I'm getting snacks. I was just relieved I was getting along with everyone. Annie, Liam, even Ava seemed to have cut me some slack. What I didn't know was that it was the calm before the storm. The next morning at the school assembly, I was barely listening as the principal droned on when I noticed something odd. What? Something on my face? Instead of responding, the giggling and pointing at me only worsened. I glanced over at someone's phone and felt my breath leave me. The video! My swollen, lumpy face from yesterday. My worst moment had gone viral. Attention, students. Our school has a very special student. She may be a genius at math, but she's clearly failing in attractiveness. Liam, is Miss Mutant Face really your type? Everyone burst out laughing, and I desperately searched for Liam to see his reaction. I couldn't stand the disgust on his face, so I ran out of the hall. Eva had to be the one behind this. She's been against Liam and I since day one. When I saw her, my fury exploded. What on earth is wrong with you? Excuse me? You leaked my allergy video. I knew you were petty, but this? You'd humiliate me over a boy? Look, I won't lie. I've been jealous of you. You're younger but smarter, always ahead. It's embarrassing. And yeah, maybe I hated that sometimes, but I'd never do this to you. You're still my baby sister. Something about Eva's tone convinced me that she couldn't be lying. Then, who? The night Annie came over, I noticed someone copied a file from my phone. I didn't know what it was because the history was deleted, but maybe you should ask Annie. My stomach twisted into knots. But she's my friend! At Eva's urging, I confronted Annie. You did it, didn't you? You sent that video. You humiliated me in front of everyone. Why? Yes, I did it. Want to know why? Because you broke the cis code. We were supposed to be the same. The nerds, the outcasts. But then you got him. Liam frickin' Cross, the only guy I've ever loved. You betrayed me. You're sick. Liam and I are just friends. Apologize now or I'm reporting you. Go ahead. You have no proof. No witnesses. It's my word against yours, babe. Before I could respond, Ava and her friends popped out as planned. Actually, it's our word against yours.
We heard everything, Annie.
And now we have proof. Annie couldn't lie her way out of the offense. She was suspended the next day. With that dust settled, I couldn't bring myself to see Liam. I couldn't shake the thought that he must see me differently after what happened. But one day he caught me.
Rhoda, wait! Can we talk?
If this is about that vid...
I don't care about that stupid video. Seriously, do you think I'd stop liking you over an allergy reaction? I tried checking on you, but you kept running away.
Because I thought you'd be disgusted.
Not even close.
My heart was racing.
So, everyone keeps assuming we're dating. What do you say we make it real? After all, we have your mom's blessing already, right?
Don't feel pressured to pretend to be someone you're not. There will always be someone out there who loves you for who you truly are. So just be you.
Little Jasmine was playing football with her friends when they stopped because someone had to go pee. Yeah, I gotta go too. They all went to the woods, and Jasmine's jaw dropped upon seeing them. What in the world? Why are they all peeing standing up like that? Jasmine is the youngest child and only girl in an all-boy family. Her mother passed away when she was born, so she grew up with her father and 3 brothers. Her dad is a successful businessman who can ensure a happy life for his 3 sons, but struggles with Jasmine because he's only used to raising boys. Although he tried his best to raise a daughter, Jasmine became more like a 4th son. She has short hair, dresses like them, and plays her brother's games. She even tends to skip showers for days at a time. Her bedroom is messy and decorated with boy stuff. Her brothers even gave her a boy's name. One day while playing, her eldest brother Gary called over his younger siblings. Roll call! Like soldiers, the 3 younger siblings lined up from tallest to shortest, proclaiming their names loud and proud. Gary, Aaron, Nick, Jasmine? Her brothers looked at her, frowning disapprovingly. Then Gary had an idea. Nah, that doesn't sound right. How would you like a new name? A new name? Not a real new name. Just a nickname. Something cool we can call you. How about that? Sure. How about we call her Gucci? Gucci, like the luxury brand? Yeah, it sounds cool. So, how about that, Jasmine? You like Gucci? Jasmine nodded, and from that day forward, everyone called her Gucci. She learned to like it more than her real name, and as she grew up, she just assumed she was a boy. That is, until the incident happened today. Feeling absolutely bamboozled, Jasmine dashed home to tell her dad what she saw. Dad, am I a different type of boy? No, you're a girl, Jasmine. A girl? Does it matter? Not really. Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. After that, Jasmine still dressed up and played boys' games until a shocking event happened when she turned 12. One day at school, Jasmine suddenly felt very tired and her stomach hurt. Can I use the restroom, please? Yes, is everything okay? Yeah, But the moment she stood up, the boy sitting next to her started yelling to the rest of their classmates. Gucci, there's something on your pants! Jasmine looked down and her face started burning bright red. She was frozen as laughter erupted from the rest of the classroom. Unable to take another second of it, she sprinted from the room and didn't look back, despite her teacher shouting her name down the hall. Jasmine couldn't understand what was happening to her and frantically searched the school for her brothers. When she did find them, they were just as puzzled as she was, trying to figure out what to do. They didn't realize they had ended up in front of the nurse's office. Once safe inside the office, Jasmine asked, "Give it to me straight, ma'am. Am I dying?" No. Oh, my dog! I'm totally dying, aren't I? I got a big game coming up. I haven't even tried. You're not dying. It's called period, honey. Then how do I stop it from happening? You can't. It's gonna keep happening because you're becoming a woman. A woman? What the? But problems still followed Jasmine even after she entered high school. And one of those problems was mean girls. We all know you're gay, Gucci. Tell us who you have a crush on. Well, I've liked you for a long time, Tiffany. Want to go on a date? In your dreams. Jasmine was pleased with herself as the group of girls stormed off. One day, Jasmine was walking down the stairs when she slipped, but someone caught her. She looked up at her savior to find Mike, the new student/angel who just joined her high school. This was the first time Jasmine had felt her heart beat so fast. Not counting the time she accidentally peed on her father's Persian rug when she was 4 years old. Hey, shut your front door! At that moment, Jaden quickly took the opportunity, pretended to fall on the two of them, and uttered a line that still makes him admire his own disguise skills to this day. Ouch, ouch, my ankle! Who the fudge spilled water all over the stairs? Jasmine turned to look at the person who had just spoken. Then a hand reached out. You okay, bro? Jasmine blushed and looked up. She saw Mike offering her his hand and shyly reached for it, but suddenly it hit her. He called me bro! From then on, Jasmine continuously ran into Mike in class, in the library, and found herself falling for him. But every time Jasmine greeted him, hey, what's up, bro? But Jasmine didn't want him to be her bro. She wanted him to be her beau. She decided it was time to do something. Jasmine secretly put food and lollipops in Mike's locker and was caught by Tiffany. You know that's a boy's locker, don't you? Sorry if you're disappointed it's not yours. Why don't you just quit while you're ahead, Gucci? Mike is into real girls. I bet he doesn't even know you're supposed to be one. As Tiffany laughed, Jasmine turned bright red with anger. Storming away, she was determined to become the kind of girly girl Mike could fall for. Jasmine thought she would have to change from the inside out, so this would be her first destination. However, out of much embarrassment, she resorted to wearing a hoodie to fully cover herself. Jasmine suddenly noticed a saleswoman following her around the store. I'm gonna need security to get over here now. This dude is sus. No, I'm just browsing. I'm trying to find a birthday gift for my, sister. Ah, right on. We have some lacy ones, bright colors like neon green, and hot yellow that dudes really like. Jasmine felt dizzy. Just imagining wearing any of these made her feel embarrassed. Quickly, she thanked the saleswoman for her help and told her she'd come back, then hurried out of the store. How is being a girl so difficult? I wish I had some girlfriends to help with this. I have no clue what I'm doing. As soon as Jasmine got outside, she noticed Jaden checking himself out in front of a glass door. Excellent! My cover as Jaden is perfect. No one's gonna know who I really am.
Jeez, this guy again. He seemed so self-obsessed. So much more girly than I could ever be.
Jasmine then immediately came up with this brilliant idea, but Jaden had already left. The next day, Jasmine saw Jaden again, who was enthusiastically chatting with the gossip girls. Do these girls know how to get to the point? This gossip is exhausting. I just need them to say something relevant about Mike so I can get on with this investigation. When the mean girls left, Jasmine finally worked up the nerve to approach him with her proposition.
Can you help me be more like those other girls?
Like what? Chatty?
More, I don't know, feminine?
No thanks.
Oh, come on. I know you have it inside.
I don't have time for this nonsense. I have a job to do. Jaden started walking away, but Jasmine wasn't going to take no for an answer.
Please, I want to get Mike to like me, and he only likes girly girls.
Jaden realized this could be a good opportunity for him to get to Mike, instead of directly approaching him, which could easily raise suspicion, so he agreed. Together, Jaden and Jasmine found out that he seemed to be into designer stuff. He also adored Kendall Jenner very much. Looks like Mike has expensive tastes.
Money's not a problem.
Then she dragged Jaden to the mall. They bought all kinds of designer dresses, high heels, and bags, which made Jaden's jaw totally drop. Jeez, I didn't expect you to be rich.
My dad is a collector of sorts. He likes antiques and things. You know, like those fancy old Persian carpets, original artwork, porcelain vases and things. He has a good job, so I guess he can afford such an expensive hobby.
Then Jaden also taught Jasmine how to walk and behave like a girl. Jasmine struggled a lot. She was just so used to acting like a boy that acting like a girl was more foreign to her than her dad's Nordic glassware.
How come you're better at being a girl than I am?
Because I spent endless days and nights doing research on this character so I could easily master all this girly stuff. Oh, I guess it's all in my genes. And that made Jasmine fall over laughing. The following day, Jasmine came to school with her brand new look and was immediately thrust into the spotlight. However, the only ones who didn't seem to notice were Mike and Tiffany.
This plan seems like a bust.
You can't lose the race before you've even reached the starting line.
He seems to have even more faith in me than I have in myself. Gotta trust the process, I guess.
And indeed, the following days, Jaden tried his best to help Jasmine approach Mike. At lunch, when Mike passed their table, Jaden designedly dropped Jasmine's apple, which he caught just before it hit the ground. Can I sit here? After a few days, Mike fell for it hook, line, and sinker. He tracked Jasmine down at the end of the day to ask her out.
So, things didn't work out between you and Tiffany?
Psh, no. I found out all her designer clothes were knockoffs. Can you believe that? I just hate liars. Don't you?
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, is that yes to a date?
Absolutely.
Who fell for it hook, line, and sinker then? Soon enough, Jasmine and Mike were officially dating, and Jaden didn't miss this chance to follow them 24/7. Jaden always seemed to appear out of nowhere to interrupt their conversations. So, tell us a little more about yourself, Mike. Where do you live? What does your dad do for work? Well, I lost my mom when I was too young to remember her, and I've basically lived with my nanny ever since. Dad comes around sometimes, but he spends a lot of time on business trips.
That must be rough. I mean, I also lost...
Why so busy? What exactly does he do? Mike's face seemed darkened, and Jasmine couldn't help but be a bit annoyed with Jaden's constant presence. She wasn't sure who was dating Mike anymore, but there were benefits to having Jaden around all the time. He seemed to be Jasmine's savior when it came to ordering food, as Mike had a terrifyingly strict diet and skincare routine. Is there anything quality on this menu? I can't eat any of these greasy, fried, fatty foods. No soda either. Only smoothies or sugar-free milk. I also go to the gym 4 times a week and spend the rest at a spa. You should come with me sometime.
Sure. That sounds cool.
In order to keep her girly image, Jasmine tried to delicately take a few bites of the salad and ignored her grumbling stomach. Luckily, Mike had to leave early, so once he was out of sight, Jaden slid his full plate of food over to Jasmine. Here, you could act in your natural habitat now.
Thank you so much.
As Jasmine began eagerly scarfing down his food, Jaden reached for Mike's unfinished drink and took a sip. What the heck is this poison?
I should have you know that was the only thing Mike found acceptable on the menu. A sugar-free kale smoothie.
Ick. No wonder he couldn't even finish it. Then they had a great evening talking and dining on deliciously greasy, fried, fatty foods. As they were walking back home, Jasmine twisted her ankle, still not used to wearing high heels. Without thinking, Jaden quickly piggybacked Jasmine and continued walking. Comfortable quietness fell over them. Becoming self-conscious, Jasmine broke the silence.
Am I, too heavy for you?
Actually, yeah, next time, cut down on the chicken before twisting an ankle.
How dare you!
I'm kidding. You're fine. You're not heavy at all. I mean, maybe a little.
Oh, shut up, you jerk! The two shared their cheerful laughter under the streetlights.
Meanwhile, after seeing Jasmine and Mike together, Tiffany threw a tantrum and thought to herself she wouldn't let them off that easily. One day, when Jasmine and Mike were discussing where to go out next time, Jaden immediately seized the chance. Let's go to Mike's house! Come on! Alrighty then, my house it is. Let's go. When they arrived, Jaden couldn't stop admiring the house and looked everywhere, but only God knew he was just looking for clues. Staying fully in character, Jaden touched a little bit of everything, clinging on to Mike and gushing over everything. This house is beautiful and huge. It must be awesome living basically by yourself with all this. Is your dad around by any chance? We'd love to meet him. Meanwhile, Jasmine was becoming a little uncomfortable with how obsessed with Mike Jaden seemed to be.
Is he gay? I mean, that's fine, but he could just say that.
Later, when the two of them were alone, Jasmine figured it was time to confront Jaden.
Hey, I was wondering, do you, have a crush on my boyfriend?
Jaden was dumbfounded for a second, and before he could think more about it, he slyly smiled and pressed Jasmine against the wall. What makes you think so? I'm into girls. Jasmine couldn't think straight with Jaden's face so close to hers. Want me to prove it to you? Flustered, she hurriedly pulled away, heart fluttering, blushing profusely.
I would like you to stop being a third wheel then. Thank you for helping me approach Mike and all, but now that we're dating, I would appreciate it if you could give us some space. Please.
Jaden was taken aback for a second, then calmly said, You're right. Sorry. I'll back off. Being the third wheel all this time hasn't gotten me any info on Mike's dad anyway. He really was laying low, and maybe Mike didn't even know anything about what his father was doing. The FBI might need to find another way to approach this investigation. Little did Jaden know, Jasmine had become an unexpected factor in his investigation plan. Jaden was taken aback for a second, then calmly said, You're right. Sorry. I'll back off. Being the third wheel all this time hasn't gotten me any info on Mike's dad anyway. He really was laying low, and maybe Mike didn't even know anything about what his father was doing. The FBI might need to find another way to approach this investigation. Little did Jaden know, Jasmine had become an unexpected factor in his investigation plan. After that time, Jasmine and Mike had private dates, just the two of them, but they left Jasmine feeling more and more distant from him.
Why does this wig have to be so long? And these freaking shoes! Why do girls want to torture themselves with these things?
Jasmine thought about the last time she was with Jaden, how she could just remove the stupid heels and enjoy being carried by him. But of course, that could never happen in front of Mike.
Jaden has kept his promise and leaves us two alone, but why do I feel like something is missing?
You look really beautiful today. That necklace is divine.
Yeah, I got it from my dad's antique cabinet this morning. Guess it once belonged to some ancient Egyptian queen. My dad has a bunch of these.
Oh, really? How come?
Well, he developed a very deep passion for collecting antiques and has filled our whole house with all kinds of stuff.
Interesting.
Just then, Mike knew exactly what to do with rich and naive Jasmine while she's still totally oblivious to it. That night, Jasmine struggled to fall asleep. She wondered how Jaden could just disappear into thin air like that. Fine, don't let me see you again. I'll make you watch me eat 10 buckets of fried chicken and then force you to run 10 laps while carrying me. Jasmine didn't realize, however, that behind her inexplicable frustration toward Jaden, she actually missed him. The next day, as soon as Jasmine arrived at school, Mike approached her urgently.
Have I mentioned that I'm turning 16 this weekend?
No, you haven't. Any special plans for your big day then?
Yes, actually. That's why I came to find you. I wanted to make sure you had enough time to put together the most stunning outfit, 'cause I'd like you to meet my father there. You must make a good impression on him.
Wow. I'm gonna need to think about it, okay?
After that, Jasmine looked everywhere for Jaden but couldn't find any trace of him.
Jaden, where on earth have you been?
That evening, while Jaden was discussing the current situation with his partner, he was surprised to see Jasmine's figure at the door. How did she find her way here?
How
dare you go AWOL for the past few days? Do you realize how many excuses I needed to give the student supervisor just to get your address? Then Jasmine began to tell Jaden about her latest date with Mike, how she felt that Mike was not the right match for her, and that Mike wanted to introduce her to his father at Mike's birthday party. I think I need to break things off before any family gets involved. However, after the FBI team hit a dead end because they couldn't get any intel, Jaden realized this party was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for them to catch the thief. Wait, you can't give up so soon. You were so determined to win Mike over before. Don't just dump him over cold feet. At least wait until after the party to make your decision.
Yeah, you're right. I'll go to the party.
After that, Jasmine left. She was trying not to feel the sadness building inside her, but the night that she and Jaden nearly kissed played on repeat in her head. Would things be different if I just confessed my feelings to Jaden? I should let him know how I feel about him. So Jasmine headed back to Jaden's place. When she was almost there, she saw him seeing someone off. Huh? There was another person at his house? Why didn't I see him just then? Jasmine quickly hid behind a wall, out of sight. That party is surely our golden ticket, and we thought you going undercover as Jaden and giving that dude a makeover was all in vain. He's a she, and her name is Jasmine. Oh, did someone catch feelings? Don't forget that you're an FBI agent, James. Jaden, that is. Jasmine couldn't believe what she just heard and saw. When the man left, she stormed right over to Jaden. When were you going to tell me about your double life, James? I wish I could tell you everything, but I really can't. But I won't deny what you did here. I'm an FBI agent, and I've been undercover as a high school student to follow Mike. Jasmine, please listen to me. I'll tell you everything when the right time comes. So I was just a tool that you used to get closer to Mike. And since that didn't work, you're done with me? No, that's not. And why Mike? What do you need from him? I can't tell you anything else right now. But please just be careful around him, okay? He's not as nice as he tries to seem. I'm going to send FBI agents to keep an eye on you at the party. No, you will not. You won't do anything because you and the FBI are going to leave me alone. Jasmine, please. As much as it hurt to look at him again, Jasmine turned back around. My friends call me Gucci, but I guess you wouldn't know. While Jasmine was still mad at Jaden, she couldn't help questioning why the FBI had to send people to follow Mike. Suddenly, she remembered the overheard conversation. That party was surely our golden ticket, and we thought you going undercover as Jaden and giving that dude a makeover was all in vain. Maybe I could find the answer at Mike's birthday party. In the following days, Jaden relentlessly tried in every way to make amends with Jasmine. He messaged her on every social platform, from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter, and she blocked him on each one. He flew paper planes that read, "I'm sorry," into Jasmine's room, but she just stared coldly at him through the window while tearing the planes all up and throwing them in the trash. One morning, Jasmine woke up and even found a dove delivering Jaden's apology letter, but she completely ignored it still. Mike's birthday party finally came. Why do I feel so unsettled? Maybe it was because of Gary's hamburger this afternoon? Meanwhile, Mike was also lost in his own thoughts. Will Dad be able to get on with the plan? I wonder what disguise he'll show up in. Right then, Tiffany approached them. Mike, I have a present for you. Mike opened the envelope to find pictures of Jasmine from when she was a tomboy. I just wanted to remind you of the person you're really dating. I don't care about who she was before, because I love who she is now. My amazing girlfriend. Jasmine felt partly appreciative of Mike's feelings for her, but she was also exhausted from the pressure of trying to be someone she wasn't. If only you knew that this isn't the real me. As they walked away, Mike leaned in close and whispered in Jasmine's ear, "Let's go meet my dad, privately." Jasmine followed Mike to the rooftop, but she saw nobody when they got there. Where is he? Just be patient. He always shows up on time. At that moment, a kind-looking old man appeared. Jasmine looked around in confusion, wondering where he had come from. Before she could introduce herself, he started to speak. So you must be the lovely Jasmine. Mike has told me so much about you. I heard your father is a famous collector of antiquities. Yes. You know my dad? I know he has something that's truly coveted. Jasmine had no idea what he was talking about. She turned to Mike and saw him mouthing, "It's you. Come here, girl. I have a gift for you. A diamond ring that's perfect for your delicate hands." Jasmine hesitated, but somehow she found herself slowly reaching out her hand. Just before her hand could reach his, there was a rustling sound. Rat! Suddenly, there was a loud explosion and smoke filled the air. Jasmine fell to the ground, unconscious. Jaden rushed in and saw Mike's father disappear into the smoke as they fled. His head told him to chase them, but seeing Jasmine lying on the ground, he immediately ran to Jasmine and carried her out of there. Jasmine woke up and saw her dad and 3 brothers anxiously standing around. Through their accounts, she knew that an anonymous message had been sent to her father last night, demanding he hand over a precious necklace in exchange for Jasmine. The police confirmed that the sender of that threatening message is a career thief. But I wonder how he knew our family had that necklace. Jasmine recalled wearing that necklace to see Mike and revealing to him that her dad was an antique collector. Could that very thief be... Remember, he's been doing this for a long time. They call him the Phantom Thief. Surely he has a talent for sniffing out valuable items and evading the police. Unfortunately, it's the same this time. Actually, that young police officer could have caught him, but he chose to save your sister. Our family owes him big time. Is that young police officer Jaden? Later, Jaden came to visit Jasmine at the hospital. Can you tell me the truth now? Is the FBI chasing a career criminal who is none other than Mike's dad? You're right, because he works in mysterious ways. I had to approach him through his son, Mike.
So why didn't you arrest him when you had the chance? Weren't you just waiting for that moment?
Because you were in danger. At that moment, I could only think about getting to you.
All right, I'll give you that one. Can you tell me what you found out? Maybe I can help.
Then Jaden told Jasmine that through spying on Mike, he discovered that Mike was his father's informant. Mike would scour rich girls, then point out the targets to his father who'd steal their valuables. That's why Mike had targeted Tiffany before, but as soon as he learned she was a fake rich girl and Jasmine was the real deal, he switched his focus to Jasmine. I am so sorry I kept the truth from you for so long. I really care about you, and I was trying to keep you from getting hurt, and you did anyway. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me.
You did save my life after all. I think we can call it square. So, what's our next move then?
I really don't know.
I might have an idea.
Elsewhere, Mike and his dad were scheming. I didn't expect that sissy Jaden to be in the FBI. Don't worry, I know how to deal with him.
The next day, reports of an antique auction flooded the news.
A once-in-a-lifetime exhibition, all from one man's private collection, will be auctioned to the highest bidder. The collection includes antiquities from all over the world, including a necklace said to belong to Cleopatra. Its estimated value is over $100 billion.
The streets were also plastered with billboards and banners about that auction.
In the evening of the auction, all VIPs of the upper class gathered in the hotel's main lobby to prepare for the big event. In addition, hundreds of security guards and police officers were hired to guard the auction jewelry 24/7. Before the start of the auction, Jasmine's dad gave a welcome speech to all the guests. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to welcome you all to today's event. As you know, I collect antiques as a hobby, so to share some of the joy this collection has brought me, the profits from today's auction will be donated to the orphanage. Sir, is it true that Cleopatra's necklace will also be auctioned today? That's right. However, it's not here. It's currently being kept in a very secure place that even a mosquito couldn't get through, and will be presented during the final round. Aren't you afraid that the Phantom Thief, Master of Disguise, will steal it? Well, he can certainly try me. The whole crowd burst into laughter. Without knowing, from a corner, an elegant lady was watching them all with a smirk on her face. At 9 o'clock sharp, while the sounds of the auction echoed through the hotel's halls, someone in a black shirt and wearing a backpack appeared at the door, trying to put a key in the lock. Freeze! Hands over your head! Busted, you thief! I'm not...
In the lobby, chaos reigned after it became known that the Phantom Thief had approached the treasure.
Jasmine was extremely nervous too. Before long, a police officer went onto the stage. Please don't worry, the thief was apprehended by the police while trying to open the door. The auction will continue as scheduled. Everyone felt relieved, and the room erupted into applause. At that moment, the elegant yet mysterious lady walked toward the elevator quietly, heading to the penthouse. She then swiftly snuck into the room and retrieved the necklace with ease. Those stupid cops must be bringing that fool down to the station right now. She then put the box into her bag and left the room. Suddenly, an old janitor bumped into her. I'm terribly sorry, miss. The elegant lady grumbled, then used the emergency exit to rush up to the rooftop. On the roof, a helicopter was already waiting, with Mike inside. Mike's dad quickly gave him the necklace. Just when the helicopter took off, policemen came rushing to catch him. "We finally got you weasel! Ha ha! I've still got the necklace. I win again, you fools. Oh, you mean this necklace? What? How could you?" It turned out that Jaden had swapped the box when they bumped into each other in the hall. Upon this admission, in the helicopter, Mike eagerly opened the box, which turned out to be just a jumping jack toy. No! After the police took Mike's dad away, Jasmine and her dad rushed to Jaden. "Thank you so much for saving my daughter and still catching the thief."
Thank you for all your help. We couldn't have caught him if you didn't fabricate this event.
This whole thing was Jasmine's idea, and the event itself was fake. All the antiques auctioned tonight were real, and those proceeds will still go to charity.
We did it.
You're right. We did it. Whatever happened with the other thief who got caught earlier? Oh, he was hired to distract the FBI, but we knew from the start he wasn't our thief. Luckily, the arrest announcement was just the thing we needed to get Mike's dad to make his move and to make him think he was going to get away with it. Now I just need to know how you switched those boxes so smoothly. Are you a magician too? Nope, I'm just me.
The next day, Jaden finally had some time alone with Jasmine,
And it was finally time to tell her the rest of everything. It might not be my place to say, but I understand how you've been feeling. Trying to be someone? Heck, it's my job. But it's not your job to change to make other people like you. The right people are the ones who love you for who you really are. People like, me. Jasmine was touched. She had so many things she wanted to say, but she was simply speechless. She turned to Jaden, and upon seeing just his side profile, she blushed. Are you okay? Jasmine was going to respond, but she hiccuped again.
I think I know what to do.